What if I told you a bird can safely sit on a wire carrying thousands of volts? A colorful bird rests calmly on a high-voltage power line. Below the wire, a curious person stares up in confusion. The power line carries enough electricity to seriously injure a human, yet the bird remains perfectly safe. At first glance, this makes absolutely no sense. How can something so dangerous be harmless to a tiny bird? Many people believe birds are immune to electricity. Others think their feathers somehow protect them. Some even think power companies designed the wires for birds. But none of those explanations are true. The real answer is much more surprising. To understand it, we first need to understand electricity. Imagine electricity as water flowing through a pipe. Water always needs somewhere to go. If the pipe suddenly ends, the water stops moving. Electricity behaves in a very similar way. Electricity is always searching for a complete path. Without a path, electricity cannot travel. Without movement, there is no electric shock. Now let's go back to the bird. A small bird stands with both feet on the same wire. Both feet touch exactly the same electrical line. The electrical voltage under each foot is identical. There is no difference between one foot and the other. Because there is no difference, electricity keeps flowing through the wire. It completely ignores the bird. No electricity travels through the bird's body. That is why the bird remains unharmed. The bird is simply not part of the circuit. But here comes the interesting part. Birds are not actually safe from electricity all the time. In fact, some birds do get electrocuted. Large birds face a much bigger risk. Imagine a giant eagle spreading its wings. Its wingspan can stretch several feet wide. If one wing touches a second wire, everything changes. Now two different electrical points become connected. Electricity suddenly has a new path. That path runs directly through the bird. In that moment, electrocution can occur. This is why large birds are more vulnerable than small birds. Power companies around the world are aware of this problem. Many electrical poles include bird protection devices. These devices help keep birds away from dangerous contact points. Some poles even have special covers over exposed equipment. The goal is simple: protect wildlife while keeping electricity flowing. Humans face a very different situation. Imagine a person standing on the ground. Now imagine that person touching a live wire. Unlike the bird, the person is connected to the earth. The ground becomes the second point in the circuit. Electricity instantly finds a complete path. It travels through the person's body and into the ground. That flow is what causes an electric shock. The wire itself is not the entire problem. The real danger is becoming part of the path. This idea explains many electrical accidents. Electricity is not trying to attack anyone. It is simply following the easiest route available. That route can sometimes be a human body. It can sometimes be a bird, and it can sometimes be another object entirely. Here's a surprising fact. Utility companies spend millions of dollars protecting birds from electrocution. Some endangered species are especially vulnerable near power lines. A single power pole can become dangerous for large birds. Engineers constantly search for ways to reduce these risks. So why don't birds get electrocuted on power lines? Because sitting on one wire does not complete the circuit. No complete path means no electrical flow through the bird. And no electrical flow means no electric shock. The next time you see a bird resting on a power line, you'll know the secret. It isn't protected by magic. It isn't immune to electricity. The bird is safe because electricity has no reason to travel through it.